Good morning, Rabbi Sai. Happy birthday, Rotem. Wow, unbelievable. Gee. All right. Rabbi, we have a bunch of chashuv guests here. I said Lili Nishmas. Lili Nishmas, Simi Mirasi, Ruspas Mordechai. Welcome, Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Simcha Man.
Simcha Man. We have Moti Belsky in the house. Mazel Tov, Shalom Aleichem. Bachner, what are you doing here?
Simcha, Baruch Hashem.
Simcha. Simchas. Your name? You're also your
Leiba.
Alta, yeah.
I saw you in Beirut a few weeks ago.
Oh, who?
I saw you in Beirut a few weeks ago in Tom's River.
That's how I know you. So close.
So I was here last year too.
Tom's River. Okay, Givaldic. And Rotem, where are you from? Detroit?
No, Lakewood, and I came from the Thai this morning, and I was just here to say that you are living with your...
Woman, turn the camera around to yourself, not to me. Yeah, that's okay. Say yeah, keep on going, yeah? My uncle. Rabbi Ariel's my uncle.
No, the son. Yosef.
Oh, my cousin. Givaldic. Shalom Aleichem, what's your name?
Shalom. I made it of my son last week Thursday.
Shalom Aleichem, Mazel Tov, Givaldic. Where are you from?
Muncie.
Muncie, New York. Send them regards. Send my cousin regards. And you, what's your name?
Jason Misher.
From?
Neve Shamir.
Neve Shamir, Shalom Aleichem. And that's, okay, I know what that is. Next, anybody else that wants to show? Oh, I forgot to say Shalom Aleichem to you. What's your name again?
Levi Binyaminson.
Levi Binyaminson. Get over here, Levi, for a second, because I kept this over here. Yesterday, he gave me a very, very choshev gift. You'll explain what it is. Nachamal. We got 4 gates over here.
Yes.
Thank you very much. What is this? Why is this choshev? Come closer.
This is made by a Yid in Napa Valley. He lives there. And he makes wine just for Shabbos and Yom Tov, the color Shabbos and Yom Tov. He goes on sale once a year. Within 7 minutes, he sells out all his wines.
And you gave me that wine.
I waited online to click to get it. So it's a beautiful wine.
Oh, Mamash is waiting in line to click. Just right now, this literally a minute before Shir started, the Shabbaton opened up for the world, and there's only 100 rooms left. So people are waiting there on the computer clicking. Seriously, I'm not joking.
Okay.
What is this?
This is Yoshi.
Yoshi's brother.
Makes wine. Shimon and Gabriel Weiss, they make these delicious wines, Shir wines. This one's called Coalition. I think their sister actually designs the labels. It's like a whole family business. So this is from...
Yishkoyach Galamai. This is a beautiful gift. Thank you very much. I'm going to really enjoy. Thank you. How long are you doing the daf?
From brachas on and off.
But with me?
Yeah. From you, from the beginning. And I got a lot of people on from you.
1 minute. So the shaila is if you on and off from brachas, you still get it to go on the cruise. That's the shaila. It's the new one. So most people say, but now, yeah. You're on the cruise.
Waits to click, he goes away.
He waits to click and he schleps this from America in a suitcase. You know, it could do you to your white shirts. You know, there's not the poshut. Yishkoyach Golamoid. Okay.
He goes on, but we throw him off.
Yes. Oh, Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Eli Stefansky.
Wow, are you the guy from Renana's brother?
Yeah.
Because you look very similar to him. Wow, Shalom Aleichem. Welcome. Stefansky. Gee. All right, so let's do this real quickly. Rabbi, so we have a few more Geschmack sponsors. Brand new sponsor today, Romanian, which is Shmulik Wasserman from Chicago, $25,000. It happens to be yesterday I ate Romanian hot dogs and I sent them a picture. I said, here, I'm sitting in Eretz Yisrael, I'm eating Romanian hot dogs. This was yesterday's 1-800-EICHLERS, Yishkoyach Golem Ma'oid, $18,000, very nice. And there's somebody over here, I have to be able to read it. What does it say over here? In honor of Moishela Fisher and Itches Saffron, day in, day out, you never miss a daf. You're a wonderful inspiration to your family and friends. We're so proud of you. The Fisher family, Saffron family, beautiful. $10,000 to say that. And in honor of Reb Eli and Yossi Klein for all that they do, anonymous. Shkoyach Golamoid. So it's going nicely. Baruch Hashem. As I said, there's only, I don't know, when I left towards Shir, there's only 100 rooms, which made me a little nervous, actually. The past 2 years, I was hoping that we could sell out. Now I'm a little worried that we might sell it a little quicker than, too many people are going to be upset that they didn't get a room. So, Be'ezer Hashem. Oh, I have to get on here. What is this? That way, sorry. This is very interesting. This is Dave Sharfman's robot. The bot on WhatsApp had 100,000 requests. Now, it's very interesting. If you request during shir, not in the English one, in the Hebrew shir, it writes back to you, mechutzef. Wait until after shir. That's the lashon. Alright, here we go.
3, 2, 1, action.
The entire Shabbos is
Unbelievable. You can't put into words. The shirim.
Every speech.
was talking directly to me.
All the singing, emotional.
Warme Neginim, bringing the Geile closer.
There's food that I didn't even know existed.
Delicacy after delicacy after delicacy.
The Achters, unbelievable atmosphere. Get to know all the MDY family.
This guy was just here this week.
People that I learn with every day.
Gadashi.
The Sion was amazing.
The energy.
The piano player.
Beyond levels.
Piano player.
1,000 people in there jumping.
Every time we get together, it's so united.
Coming together for Torah.
Look, Shlomi Daskal. You saw Shlomi Daskal?
Best Shabbos of
I
my
want
life.
Shmak. So we just saw a glimpse of Shlomi Daskal. So he was there, and I think I got on the stage, and I said, "No, Shlomi, when are you gonna join?" This morning, somebody sent me this. I don't know who. Some random person sent me this. Not this one. Remind me to go back to that one. But here we go.
The boy said there's no competition. It's all Torah. And here's Shlomi Daskal, ready to sing for the Rice Siyum.
He's at the Rice Siyum, and he's learning MDY.
Stefansky.
Who's that?
Imi Baboes.
So Lamaisi, day in since the last Shabbaton, he's been doing it with us. Givaldic stuff. Now the Olam really wanted to hear more from Spicy, so here we go. Listen.
I don't care if I have to be on the floor. I really don't. I have to be there for Shabbos. There's a big time Shabbaton, and as the Davs are going on, every single room is being booked. And by the way, when you open it up in Israel and people are going on, I'm going to be shluff over here. The timeline over here is 7 hours behind.
Tell the Rob. Tell the Rob. He's right behind you.
Yeah, I will literally camp out. If you need me to sleep in the lobby floor, I'll do that. I just hope there's one extra bed. If there's one bed, just give me the opportunity to buy it, please. Anything. Rebbitzin Chaya, I don't know if you're a Rebbitzin. He told me not to go email these other guys, these other like woo-woo spices. The other one that everyone started, we said not to tell them, and everyone did. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to email Chaya and Chaya, Rebbitzin Chaya, please, just give me a lobby. Give me something. Give me the floor spice for it and everything in between. So he's doing the woo-woos. He literally was doing the woo-woos. So I'm just letting you know that would be so spicy. January can't come close
room, but we set it aside for him. He deserves to come.
No, he can't come.
He's going to be a moderator for the panel.
Registration is open to everyone. Register now. Another 100 rooms booked again in the last 24 hours. About 100 rooms left.
Gary to zoom in. They're on Zoom right now live.
Who?
These guys.
These guys are on Zoom right now live, Gary. Natan Ziv left, and Yossi Luftglass right of Eula Boys High School, doing the David Rebelli at Yeshiva Chachmei Lublin last night. In the yeshiva. Wow, Shalom Aleichem, guys. Unbelievable. Technology.
LA, he's our favorite LA kid.
LA. Well, LA, Eula. LA.
Do you see Snapple? I don't see Snapple.
Yeah.
He's Reb Snapple. He's the guy with this. Who else from LA?
Yeah,
all right.
Also.
Are you hiding over there? You guys, some of you knew? No? Okay.
Levy's also from LA. Benjamin.
Levy? And Lauren. You're from Toronto. Forget Levy.
I went to Eula High School.
Yeah.
And base. And that's how you know everybody. Wow. Yosef Efraimov was with an MDY last week. His sons Ephraim and Meir Simcha making a Siyum Amakis, which they did with MDY, the grandmother's yard side Suuda. Givaldik. So you have Efraimov, who made a Siyum. Givaldik. Letter of complaint to Rebelli from the Yetzer Hara. Hey Stefansky, I got a problem with you, and let be clear, it's not that I can't deal with another silly shir. I'm the Yetzer Hara, and I really know my beans. I can mess up anyone from grown adults to teens. In my role as Yetzer Hara, I put people to the test, make those who want to grow feel defeated and depressed. Oh, Rabbi Yitzi, Shalom Aleichem. Yeah, a shtickle hog, wow. No. Give out. Do we have a better? Want to sit next to Mati? But he's a shtickle sick. Worn down. This is, you know this guy. He's also on the trip. Where was I in this amazing... I'm the role... In my role as HR, I put people to the test, make those who want to grow feel defeated and depressed. I focus on all areas, Shmir Seinayim, Lashon Hara. My easiest task is to stop the learning of Gemara. It's so boring and confusing with the Nekudas on the page. Got to break your head to understand the most, just disengage. The trauma of Gemara leaves them hopeless to even try, and the thought of Daf Yomi generates a sad and wishful sigh. But you came along and ruined it all with the boldness and your daring. People started listening and they liked what they were hearing. You broke the rules, you kept it light and showed zero concern. You joked and schmoozed and scoffed the critics. You made it fun to learn. Your props and stories keep the sugi interesting. It's hard to deny. And the heart you show and the love you share every time you cry. I'm off beat here over here. I cannot compete. You beat me. You're truly a precious gem. Have no power over MDY because it's a pure kiss from Hashem. Shkoyach. I always said this gave me a lot of nachas. I came down from New York to Hollywood, Florida for business. Walked into the shul from Ma'ariv, and there it was, an Eli Stefansky shir in full swing. Seems wherever I go, your Torah is right there waiting. It's incredible to see how far your reach goes and how much inspiration you're spreading. Truly uplifting the wisdom, your impact beyond the usual places. AW. We gotta pump this. I'm not that aware of this Hollywood. Like, mamish, you walk in and there's 5-6 guys around the table. It's murderdik. Keep on sending pictures. Rabbi saying Tom's River, satellite location, Kahal B'nai Yisachar, 1776, Whitesville Road, 9 p.m. Tom's River Share watch upgrades to an 85-inch screen. Rabbi say, unbelievable. Okay, here we go. The Masechta is sponsored by David Solomon, dedicated in memory of Mori Reb Shmuel Baruch Ben Reb Chaim Tzidoy. The Masechta is sponsored by anonymous Lili Nishmas Doy Shlomi Yehuda Ben Shmuel Chaim Sheshogav V'Lo Ben Kodshim Kol Chaim. Anonymous L'Zeich Nishmas Lochem Tzvi Ben David. It's sponsored by Scarborough Capital and our friends Mary Kovacs Taki and Shamshi Shlavik for the devotion to Torah study and the shir. Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father Jack Gedalius. You hear? Anonymous, Aslach Brooklyn, Gashmis. Monthly sponsors, Tzvi Jacobs, for Refuah Shlema for Brocha Bat Chana. Anonymous, please down for Refuah Shlema for the world's best dad, Aaron Ben Chayesar. Anonymous, Brocha Lidai, Baruch Tzinisim and Shoshana Lev, Yehud Yom Ben Chava. Weekly sponsors, Alan Kat. In memory of my mother, Yocheved Mina Bat Avram. Ari Simon, Refuah Shlema, Avi Moiri, Baruch Ben Miriam, who's undergoing surgery this week, should have a Refuah Shlema. Daily sponsors, Mark Ashkenazi. Thank you, Rebelli. My phone is still blowing up all day. And thanks to all that called or messaged just to say hello. No, I asked not to contact Mark and Yossi. It's mamish rachmanas on them. People call up. I need a break. Come on, I can't afford it. Just let me. But please, and then you hang up. Then they call back 5 minutes later. It's like have rachmanas on these people. They're not even getting paid. It's all voluntary stuff. Okay, my art, MDY art, anonymous. For the Refuah Shlema of Rivka Naomi Bas Elisheva Batya. Month. Refuah Shlema Yonatan Eitan Ben Besheva Bracha. The Refuah Shlema Mordechai Ben Esther. Refuah Hayela Daniel Zev Ben Ayelet Esther. Raboisai. So what do we have? We started the parak saying that if you have one of the chatois, one of these 5 chatois that must die, why? If something happened, the owner, let's say, died. Somebody designated a chatos and then the owner died. There's nothing you can do with this chatos. You cannot bring it as a carbon. It must die. It got mixed in the whole pen of animals, 10,000. All 10,000 must die. Ask the Gemara why. There's a concept of roiv. And with roiv, we should nullify that one. So we had a few tirutzim. So now we're holding by the bottom of Ein Beis Amud Beis. And just to recap, we had 2 shitas. We had S and Kol. S and Kol. S means the only way you sell this item is individually. It's a chashav item. It's an expensive item. It's a large item. This is the way we sell it. Kol means most of the time we sell it individually, but sometimes we sell it as a group. We even throw in an extra bonus one. You buy a lot. Such as, a great example is an animal. Animals, they sell a horse by itself, they sell a cow individually, but sometimes, a lot of times, they sell a truckload of them, especially today. Back in the day, I guess it was one by one. Sometimes it was in a group also. So that's kol. If you hold kol, then we don't have a problem. Why? Because since an animal is in the category that sometimes you sell it individually, sometimes you don't. So it has a chashivas, and you cannot be mevatel it ever, even 1 in 10,000. You ask me how come you can't be mevatel? You can't, because it's kol. But if the idea is S, the only items you can't be mevatel, the Gemara brought a list of six food items. It has to be egois perach, one is a special walnut, a pomegranate from Badan, but a regular animal, no. It has to be an item that the only way, 100% of the time, or 99, whatever it is, a large, let's call it 100% of the time, is sold individually. Like that melon from Japan, $30,000 melon. Then that's not bottled. But if you have an item that sometimes yes and sometimes not, an animal, sometimes you buy it individually, sometimes you buy it 100 at a time, that doesn't give it enough chashivas. MMA law, you could be mevatel it. And then the question remains, if you could be mevatel it, how come in our Mishnah you cannot be mevatel it? It's one goes into 10,000 and all 10,000 have to die. Papa, I'll tell you why. Hi Tana, last line on I'm based on base. Hi Tana, the literal ktziyasu. This Tana holds that you cannot be mevatel. He's the Tana of a liter of dried figs. What's a liter of dried figs? So I have a few nice videos here. Check this out. There's a process. What do you do with figs? Today, nobody eats figs because they're full of worms, etc. But it's one of the Shivas Haminim. It's a Gevaldik Capri. The way it worked out, they would. I'll just show you. You have to dry it out. Then you use a maktsoya, that's a type of tool, and you remove the stem. Once you remove the stem, it's called a ktsia, because you use the maktsoya. Now, you press it down somehow, some sort of machine, or then it becomes a Yerushalmi kugel. That's called iguli dvelo. We remember that from Bava
You don't
Metzia.
use paper bags?
Okay, so you take all this, it becomes one hardened piece. You can't differentiate between a fig and a fig, and it's one. Now, it's sold in liters. A liter at a time. Litra, it's a certain amount. Let's say here we have something that depicts it a little bit. This is you actually remove the wood, and what remains is one lump of dried figs. A liter is, they say it's about 450, like a bag of milk in Eretz Yisrael. A liter of soda, whatever it is. So let's call it that top part, like 2 inches of figs is a liter. Depends how wide the barrel is. If it's super wide, then it's 1 inch. If it's narrow, it's 2, 3. Let's just barach, okay, for today's, for the sake of the sugya. A liter. So now we're talking about, here, anybody, Rosh Koilo, you want to play a game with Shamshi? Forget it, it's not a good game. No, let's get it. Who wants to play this game? So I'm going to ask a question on learning. Anybody want to play here? Oh, you. Who else? An Ariel?
I think the birthday boy.
Do you have to, whoever answers first, did you learn the sugya, Ariel? Not this time around. Do you have to give trumas and maestros from figs?
Yes.
Yes. What do you say? You better say machlokes or something quickly. You got to say something. Wrong. Not a machlokes. Anybody else want to answer? In Eretz Yisrael, what do you say? What do you say? Yeah. Shivas Aminu. Okay. The answer is no. Why? It's a mefurish pasuk. What's the mefurish pasuk? Dagon, tirosh, v'yitzar. There's only 3 things that mid'iraisa you have to separate trumas and maestros. Dagon, wheat, grain, tirosh, wine, and yitzar are not. Figs are not part of it. So you have to give trumas midrabanan. Says the Gemara. Tana the litra ktziyoisu. The Omar, Dafayin Gimel and Aleph, Kol Davar Shesh by Minyan, Afilu b'Dirabanan le'batel. Something that's sold as an amount, like figs. So Rashi explains this is slightly different than the shitas that we learned yesterday, S and Kol. This is something that most people don't sell. Yesterday we were learning most people sell it b'minyan. Most do. Some sell it on a truck. So okay, over here we're saying the opposite. Most people don't sell it b'minyan. Nevertheless, leibatel. If once in a blue moon people sell it as an individual thing, then leibatel has such chashiva. So this is even a lesser shita. There's one shita that says S, you have to always sell it individually. The other shita says kol. 70% of the time they sell it individually. And now we're saying 10% of the time. 10% of the time you sell it individually. That's so chashiv that's not batel. Kol davar sheish b'minyan afilu b'derabbanon leibatel. The kol shkein b'deraisa, and certainly something that's a deraisa is not batel, like in our sugya, which is you have a chatos shmeisa b'alel. It's a deraisa, you cannot be makriv it, so it's not batel at all. Now, in our parsha, it's another riddle. In Parshas Shavua, where do we see the idea of truma? Huh? Aseres Renaloch Yagaviru. Bisanya. Here we go. Literal ktiyos shedros al pia eagle. That we saw. You take a liter of figs, of ktiyos of figs, shedrosa, and you press it al pia eagle. Al pia eagle means on the top part of the circle of whatever form you're using. We're going to give 3 examples of this. They're all the same. Ve'enu yedeh be'ezi eagle drasa. Al pi chavis ve'enu yedeh be'ezi chavis drasa. You did it in a barrel, you don't know the barrel. Al pi kaveres ve'enu yedeh be'ezi kaveres drasa. Here, let's see how that looks. Something like this. Here's the guy removing the truma. He has a liter of truma, and he puts it on top of the barrel. And now he's confused. They all look the same, and he doesn't know which one of those barrels has the truma, which you're not allowed to eat. Truma usually is batel be meya. Truma, you need 100. So here's the question, Rabbi Yisai. What do you say? I need 100 times the amount that got confused. What got confused? 1 liter on top. So do you need 100 barrels? 100 tops? Or perhaps, let's say in each barrel there's 10 liters. So maybe in order to be mevatel that 1 liter on top, all I need is 10 barrels, because each barrel has 10 liters. Or no, since it's on top and I know it's on top, it's by itself, so I need 100 barrels. You understand the shayla? What do you say, Mati? 100? 1 to 100.
Opposite.
10 barrels? Why? But they're not. It's not mixed in. It's just on top. I know where I put my truma. I put it on top. 1 liter on top.
So why not just one?
It's one thing. One thing?
Why
You're
not?
saying it's one thing. What?
Just 1 barrel.
No, because you need 100. You need 100 times the amount that got mixed in. So I know that I have at least 1 liter of figs that is truma. So I need 100 liters that are non-truma to be mevatel. But where are these 100 liters? Are they within? Could I use the rest of the barrel, which I know my figs didn't touch the bottom, they didn't touch the middle. They're just on the top. Or no? So it's actually machlokes. Right, Ho?
Chatechana say levela, you have to do the negative the whole thing.
Huh? Chatos?
Chatechana say levela, chanan. You have a little bit here that would spread to all of this.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have 100 times all of that.
Right.
I'm asking.
Yeah, you would need 100 times all of the top. 100 liters. We'll see in a second. Rabbi Meir Oimer, Rabbi Eliezer Oimer. So Rabbi Meir is only quoting 2 Tanoim. He's not saying a sheet himself. So Rabbi Meir says that Rabbi Eliezer says, Roinis el yoinois kilim and prudois. He's saying like Mati, that we take the top and we pretend it's by itself, meaning that we're able to not view it as its own piece, but it's separated and it mixes in to the bottom. And the bottom part of it, even the part that's not truma, is mevatel the top. Ma'alois would mean it would be mevatel the top. In other words, I can use the rest of the figs. Rabbi Shua Omer, im yesh mea pumim yalu. Only if I have 100 times the tops. It's like I just got into my brain, so I'll say, you know that the people like the top of the muffin. It's muffin tops. So you need 100 muffin tops. You can't use the rest of the muffin.
You knew right where.
You knew it right where. Yeah. I heard a certain niggin last night in my house. I had to literally, that was the niggin, but okay. Like, I don't even know. I go, ding, and they close my door. Usually there's headphones and things all of a sudden. Okay, so this is the muffin top. This is the. Benny's looking like, what is going on here? What are they laughing? What's? It's better that you don't know. Better that you don't know. So you need 100 of these pumim. Pumim is the top part. You need 100. This is coming out against the Shir Chapper right now. This is the last one. Rabbi say, let's go, quick.
Pullman has the letters muffin in it.
Oh, muffin and Pullman. Yeah, you see? Muffin, it has the letters muffin, it does. Baruch Shekivanti. I knew that, so that's why it came into my brain. So Rabbi, I just want to show you the last time. This is super, super simple. Be'emes. But I want to show you that before we had Yoshi, the siyata d'shmai of having Yoshi, this is when I was by myself. All art came from a person that didn't know what word was. Certainly, I didn't know what the PowerPoint and all that thing. I'm not even going to try to explain to you what this chart is. But what?
It's very good.
It even has the 8-minute Daf logo in the bottom right corner. We didn't have a MDY then. It was before MDY time. Anyway, let me just show you what Yoshi did. We just saw Shitas Reb Meir. Reb Meir brought down two Tanaim. Rabbi Yehuda is going to bring the same two Tanaim, but he's going to say slightly different, and it's very, very simple. Now what? Reb Meir says, Rabbi Lezer says, I can use the entire barrel, Hakol Mevatel, the entire barrel. This is just the lashon that I used 7 years ago, so I don't know if it's the right lashon or not. Rabbi Yeshua says the peh is mevatel, only the top of the muffin, the top part. I need 100 of those. Rabbi Yehuda, look what he does here. This is very nice how he does it. Rabbi Yehuda says yes. Rabbi Lezer is more machmer than Rabbi Yeshua, but it starts somewhere else. It's a different scale. You went like this. Let's push it down one. It's very simple. Rabbi Lezer is the one that equals Rabbi Yeshua. In other words, in order to be mevatel, I need 100 barrels, which is a huge chumrah. Before we were saying 10. If you go this way, if you go like Rameir's way, so I have a shita that says 10 barrels, I have a shita that says 100 barrels. And I says, no, there's no shita that says 10 barrels. It starts, the minimum is 100 barrels, but Rabbi Yeshua actually says even 300 barrels are not mevatel. So you just push it down. Yes? Mati, you with me? Push it down. It's the same chart, just 100 times better. It's literally the same exact. There's no moving parts in this chart, and I had to hold it with a piece of paper and point. Okay, did the job then, and now things move forward. What?
Progress.
It is. Don't sell any of that. All right. Zog the Gemara. So let's see it inside now. Now that we saw the chart, let's go back to the chart so we just have it on here. Great. It goes like this. We'll start from 5 lines from the top. Reb Meir is saying that what does Reb Eliezer say? I can use the entire barrel, so all I need is, let's say, 10 barrels. Reb Yeshua, I need 1 to 100 to be mevatel, and therefore I need 100 tops, and I need 100 barrels. If not, all the tops, he says they don't mingle together. All the tops are by themselves. All the tops of the 95 barrels are asur, but everything below the top, it's something different, and you're allowed to eat from it because I know it's not truma. Yehuda says no, that's not the machlekes. It's Rabbi Lezer. Rabbi Lezer is the one that says what Rabbi Shua says, that you need 100 barrels. Vim lava b'mesurim. Rabbi Shua Omer, afilu yesham shalish meis pumim lo yalu. And it is Rabbi Yeshua who says that you can never be mevatel even 300. Rabbi Schoenberg once said, because I always point out that every time we say 300 or 400, it's a guzma. Almost every time, maybe that's a guzma. I said every time, but I think literally almost every time, 400 barrels, and she broke 400 barrels, and she sold, the Gemara sold 400. It's always 400. Many times 300. So Rabbi Shlomo says very pashut, because how do you depict a number? How do you write a number in Lashon Kodesh? It's based on the aleph base. How would you write 500 in aleph base? It's the last letter in aleph base is tough. So when I want to say the largest number I know how to write, I say tough. That's like wow. And if I want to be close to it, I say 300. The second to last. That's what he said. His own little pshat, Rabbi Shomer, Yishkoyach. Here with us since day one. Says the Gemara. Drasa be'igel ve'nideh be'ezem mokem be'igel. Drasa. He put in some truma. Now, by the way, truma is only 2%, halachically. They're right, 2%. 4% you want to be large. So you put a bunch in the bottom and chidachas, correct. Mashu, you're right. 2%, 4% is like, wow. It's a mashu. So even one kernel is enough in the raisa. So he puts a few in the bottom and then he squishes it in. That everybody's going to agree that it's batal. It becomes one part of everything else because you can't define it. It's not davar shebeminyan. We're talking about davar shebeminyan, something that's right over here, 1 liter on the top. This is all mixed in, so it's batal by itself. Batal by 1 in 100. Drasa be'igul ve'nideh be'ezem mokem be'igul drasa. He doesn't know if it's on the north side of the barrel, the south side. Ve'nideh be'ezem mokem be'igul drasa. Oil it's fine on the droima. The very call yalu. It's mivatal. Rav Ashi Omar. So our Mishnah that says that you cannot be mivatal an animal because an animal once in a while is davar shebeminyan. Once in a while is davar shebeminyan. Once in a while you sell it like this. You can't be mivatal it, even 1 in 10,000. Like Rabbi Shua holds, you can't be mivatal even 1 in 300. Rav Ashi Omar afilu tema Rabbana. No, this could go according to Rabbana. Our mission is different. You know why? Balei chayim chashivi v'loi batli. You have a living thing, something that's a well and alive. You can't be mevatel it. Every living thing is not in the halachas of bittul because it's so chashav.
Is that on top of the set 6, 7?
Yes. The 6, 7. Right, because 6, 7. The explanation is 6, 7. What we had yesterday, 6 things and 7 things are food. You were talking about food, so I'm going to throw out. These are the food items, but there are things that are not bottled, like diamonds and Sefer Torah and animals. It's a different category. What?
No. Weiter.
I don't know what that is. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, inside. LA. Okay. Just one thing that jumped out at me over here is that when you're chashav, it could cause a lot of death. Over here, we said that this animal is chashav. You'll kill 10,000 other animals because of it, because of your chashivas. You got to use the chashivas in a good way. And then I have to say this joke because even though most of you heard this joke, it's still a chiyuv to say this joke once in a while. A guy had a very chashav dog, and it was getting sick. So he went to the Rav, and he asked the Rav if the Rav can make a mishaberach for the dog. So the Rav said, not in my shul, but there is a shul across the street. They're a little bit more modern. Go over there. I'm sure the Rav could help you out. So the guy says, wow, what a shame. I was going to give $500,000 to the shul, and now I have to give it to the shul across the street. What a shame. So the Rav says, why didn't you tell me that he's a Jewish dog? Yeah. That's the funniest part of it. That's right over here. Ask the Gemara Gevaldik. What do we have? This is great. This is a sugi in all of Shas, and it's super simple. V'nimshach v'nikarev chad minayu. Ask the Gemara, what's the problem? You have 10,000 animals, good animals, available to be a carbon. And one of them is a chatas that its owner died, and he must die, and therefore all 10,000 have to die. V'neima kol de parish meruba parish. Gevaldik. And I'm going to show you a video, and it's going to release all your trauma. When you pull one animal out of the pen, it was removed from a roiv. It's one out of many. Now we have a very, very famous sugya called Tishu Chanuyos. We had it many times. I don't know, a bunch of times in Shas. And take a look at this. I always love this sugya because we are so makbid not to eat. And I'm not putting down the chsherim and everything, because I'm makbid in my house to have, good. I tell Benny knows, we only eat this and this, whatever. It's available, But a lot of people say, "Look, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that." So I always have a question. Over here, a person found a piece of meat without a sticker, without a label, without anything. There's 10% chance that it came from the non-kosher store. That's treif gomer. 90% chance it came from the kosher stores. The halacha is, if you found it on the sidewalk, you're allowed to eat it. But what happened to a good hechsher? So everybody tells me, especially the guys in Koilel, they get all, like I said, you're not going to come to our Shabbaton because it doesn't, it's not the hechsher to this, and we have to make special food for you. I said, look, Tisha Chanuya, so you can eat it off the sidewalk without a thing. No, in the time of the Gemara, those Tisha Chanuyos were 10 times better than any badatz you could ever think of in the time of the Gemara. I said, yeah, but there's a 10% chance it's treif. I ate with a family, Maisa Shahaya. There was we went with a whole group of people and to a hotel. And one group, one family, they said that we can't eat. We can't eat. We could only eat a certain hechsher in a certain hotel. Now the hotel wasn't the nice hotel. We wanted to go to the Waldorf, to this. So we had to go schlep. Because of them, we said, okay, we're mevater. We schlepped to one of the hotels up north, which is a schlep, because they have this particular hechsher. We got there. I'm not exaggerating. We got there. The head of the family told his family, he looked into it, and they can't eat anything. They could eat the croutons, not even the challah, because the challah didn't have a sticker. They sat there. I'm not lying. The entire Shabbos, the kids were suffering. I was going crazy, and we went out of our way to this hotel for them, and they wouldn't eat. They wouldn't eat the entire Shabbos. Croutons.
No.
Whatever they brought from. So anyway, so here it goes. Rabbi say here is called the parish. Called the parish. Since it came out of a store, it was parish. How do you say parish in English? Separated. He found it as is in front of one of the 9 stores. 90% is green, 10% is red. He's allowed to use it.
Benny's Butcher, the best meat in town.
So by us also, so since that one cow, by us also our boy side, the one cow, you pulled him out of the pen. It's like similar to taking the meat from the sidewalk l'chayra. Now there's another case. Rabbi, let me show you another case. When you schlepped the meat out of a store, the store was stationary. It was in the store. Anything in the store is stationary. So when this guy...
Wait, from which store did I buy this meat? I'm really confused with this Alzheimer's.
So, I don't know. I didn't hear it yesterday. Okay, I wouldn't have allowed that in. But I'll go upon him. It becomes a 50-50 now. So if it's 50-50, the cow goes back to where it was. In other words, the cow is 50-50. Good. It's green and red. Why? Because he pulled the meat out of the store. If you would have found the meat on the sidewalk, it what do you call it? Separated? Okay, it's separated by itself or whatever. You found it in a situation where it was separated. So now let's talk about our case. There's 10,000 animals, and you pull one animal out. What is it similar to? Which of the two cases is it similar? It's kavua. But the Gemara says that it's not. So let's see. V'nimshach, let him pull one out. V'nikarav chad minayu, and let him pull one out and check it. And then what should he do? Do it again and again and again, 10,000 times. Every time he does it, it's good. The animal is good. Every time he pulls it out.
To the last one.
To the last one. V'neima, and every time you pull it out, called a parish, meruba parish. It was separated from 10,000, which are good. And we may have a way to shecht all these animals. Ask the Gemara, nimshach, avali kavua. Wait. By you pulling it out, you're taking it from a place that it's stationary. You can't do that. Daf Ein Gimel and Beis. Says Gemara, that makes it 50-50, and then it's also. Elo, okay, so let's rephrase it. Elo nichbeshinu dinenaidu. Don't pull it out with your hands. Do something. Open up a little hole over there. Let the animal come out by itself. You'll do something to annoy them, and they'll run out one by one. And says Taisus on the spot. Ukigoin shaloi befanenu. Says Taisus, you can't look at it. You can't watch it happen. If you saw the animal leaving, it's as if you did it with your own hands. Don't play shtick over here. Open up the door and let it. You got to move. You got to go somewhere else. If it happens, it happens, and then you have to trap it. V'neima, and once the animal leaves on its own, now v'neima called the parish meruba parish. Now I have the concept of called the parish meruba parish. Now it came. So Stam Shaila, and again, I'm not vouching for this question, but just to bring this concept of kol kavua and kol the parish. How is it possible, riddle, how is it possible that half an animal, you checked an animal after you shechted it, half of it is treif and half of it is not treif? Is there such a possibility? So a case like this, let's say a guy shechts 7 animals in his house, and he sells 2.5 animals to the stores. Then he goes through all 7 kishkes, and he finds a nice nail. The animal swallowed, and in Hilchas Treifa, it's a treif. The animal's treif. It had a pin, a nail, punctured its intestines. Now I don't know which one of the 7 it punctured. The 2.5 animals he sold already is considered called the parish. It's already in the stores. It's already there. But the other ones in his house are kavua. The kavua. And the kavua ones, they didn't leave his house, are treif. But what about the half that's in the store? The other half is in the house. So perhaps you could say the half that went to the store is parish, and the half that's in his house, or no, it's a nidon. It's a big nidon in the achrayim. That stayed home, since it's also, see, it has to be part of another animal, so it's also also, or no, it's already parish and this is kavua. But just the concept of kol the parish and kol kavua. Sponsor. Nachama, louder. Here, look, give him the chat. Turning of the dam. You're the same guy. Adar Global. Turnkey for national services has a free real estate purchase in Israel. Steven Schwartz. Lili Nishmois. My parents, Millie and Jay Schwartz, former owners of Artist Deli in Lakewood.
After it's called the parish happened already.
It happened.
No, because it happened. By the time he found it, Nachon, he sent it before there's an issue. I'm not taking. Listen, don't pass him based on what I just said. It's for the Omarova. Says Rav, an amazing thing, which is hard to understand, and that's what the Gemara is going to ask right away. Says Rav, you're right. If you do this one by one, every one that leaves, you're going to say called the parish, and it has a heter. Great. But what if 10 of them show up to the Beis Hamikdash at the same time, and the 10 represent a majority somehow? Because we don't have 10,000, we have, let's say, 15 that we have in the shiur, a normal number. 10 is the majority. What if the kohanim are makir? They put all the imurim. You have to put the imurim. Every animal, you put the imurim on the mizbeach. What if they take a big pot of the imurim and they put it on the mizbeach? 10 kohanim put it on at the same time. At that point, they for sure put the isser together with the heter, and it should become aser again. Because if you're doing it in one shot, there's no way that if you did it one by one, you put the imurim on the mizbeach. Okay, so one by one, each one individually is kosher. But now you put them all together in the same pot, in the same time. You did zrikas adam in one shot. Let's say you put all the blood into one kli and went like this for all 10 animals. You for sure did zrika with a bad animal. What's the problem with that? Because once I say it's mutter, how could I make it aser again? That's chayzer v'neir. Once I say this animal is mutter, I can't say that 3 hours later or tomorrow it became aser retroactively. That doesn't work in halacha. So that's the inside. Omar Rava, gzeir shem yevayu asar kohanim v'vasachas v'yakrivu. I don't know if we have a good one for this. I think this is what he did. Here, all 10 of them are going to be makriv together. They're going to throw the imurim on the mizbeach together. Okay. Is there such a thing as choiz v'neir? Is there such a thing that I could reawaken an isser or something? You told me that this thing is mutter. It came out of the pen by itself. We figured out how to do it. You opened up a little hole, not sticky. It became mutter. So tomorrow you're going to make it usher again. Says Gemara, no. The problem is shami yevoyu asar k'yanu v'sachas v'yikru. Here, maybe at the time of the trapping, they're going to do it together. So they came out, each one individually comes out is mutter, but they trap them together. As the Gemara, to trap, each one comes out individually. They're not coming out simultaneously. And for 10 people to trap 10 animals, that should happen simultaneously is impossible. As each one comes out, he becomes mutter. Elamai, each one came out and he was trapped the moment he came out. And you worry that 10 of them are going to trap them together. That's already too late. It's impossible to have 10 people do it together. Elamai, what's the real problem? Mishum kavua. My big concern is that somebody's going to go. If you tell a guy, you say halacha, if you open up the penny, let them out one by one, I have a way to be matter 10,000 animals. What is this guy's son going to see? That the 10,000 animals are mutter. He's going to go and grab one with his hands from the penny. He's not going to chop. You have to let it out and do a whole thing. Mishum kavua, maybe somebody's going to grab it like that. Omar Rav, hashadam rabbanon lo nakriv. Rabbanon said that the 10,000 is also to put on the mizbeach. Ikariv lemiratzi. If I use it, if I put it on the mizbeach lemiratzi, even b'di'evid. And here's a phenomenal halacha. Listen to this. Oh, no, the Rabbanon. Listen to this. 10,000 animals are treif. I look at it. The Rav says you cannot bring any one of these animals on the mizbeach. Then he goes with video footage and drones and different things. He figures out which one was the animal that was a chatos and must die. Too late. I already passed 10,000 animals have to die. Even though I could figure it out, it's too late. We gave them a psul. That's what Rava says. Tremendous chiddush. Yeah, it's dachui. Once it's dachui, once I said 10,000 animals are here.
It's a toss.
Yeah, but at that point, we paskin that you can't bring it on the mizbeach. It's dachui. Yeah, there's no review. So memela, if you do bring it by let's say somebody made a mistake or somebody was mechutzav and said I want to bring it anyways, I don't care about rabbanon. Lo miratza. It's not. There's no ritzui over here. So here, once again, you should put with your pencil the word a bird. We're not talking about a regular chatos. We're talking about birds. Birds. You cannot redeem birds. You can redeem animals, but you can't redeem birds. And therefore, let's say a woman brings, we're talking about the pair of birds, a chatos and an oila. And the chatos shenisarva ba'oila va'oila shenisarva ba'chatos, there was a mix-up. We had the whole sugya. So the oila bird, where do we do the oila bird, Rabbi Yisrael? In the top of the red line or in the bottom? Top. And the chatos we do on the bottom. And they got mixed up. What happens if you take an oila and you put it on the bottom, and the chatos you put it on the top? No good. No good. So if they got mixed up, even 1 in 10,000, you musikulam, they all have to die. B'medvar mamurim, says the Gemara, wait. But there's a little trick here. B'koyin nimlach, if he's a good boy, he listens to, he goes and he asks kasha, he goes and he asks his Rav what to do. So the Rav is going to tell him, you can't put it on the mizbeach. But b'koyin shein nimlach, asan lamalo, but if he's a person that doesn't ask the Rav, which reminded me, it gave me trauma. Like we were 2-3 months into MDY, people coming, it's Gevaldik, 90. So one of the neighbors comes over to me and says, I have a question for you. Did you ask the Gdolim if you could open up your shir? Ooh, Gdolim said, okay, for people like him, so I went through Chaim Kanievsky, we did a whole video, we showed Chaim Kanievsky, Gevaldik, yeah, okay. But that was his concern, not, wow, did you ask Gdolim? So anyway, so, mechza kosher or mechza pasal. Like, I didn't know I have to ask Rishus to learn Torah. Okay, well, now I know. So, mechza kosher or mechza pasal. So now you have a problem. You have a chatas and oila. And you put all of them, mechza kosher, mechza pasal. You took all 10,000 birds. From the 10,000, 5,000 are oilas, 5,000 are chatas, because these are 5,000 pairs of yoldais, of women who gave birth. So you put it on top, obviously, all half of them are oilus, are going to be good, and the half of the chaz are not going to be good, and therefore all these women are going to have to bring chatais. Mechza kosher, sorry. Mechza kosher or mechza puzzle. Lamata, if you put all 10,000 on the bottom, mechza kosher, mechza puzzle, we're going to treat 5,000 of the chatais good and not. But the problem is, Rava says that if you do it after the fact, you get 0 credit. Loy meratze, and over here it says if you do it after the fact, you didn't ask the Rav, you opened up a shear without asking a Rav, you after the fact it's okay. So what do you do? But however, if it's only 2 birds, now you can't do anything. Why? Because it's possible that the one bird that you put on top is the chatas, the one bird you put on the bottom is the oila. Shneim psulos. Great. So what do? According to Rava, he says you don't get a kapara, and according to this Bryce, you do get a kapara. Says Gemara, according to Rava, the reason why you don't get a kapara is because a live animal, you push it off, it's rejected. But the Bryce we just read, that you get a half a kapara is because a live animal is not pushed off from the Mizbeach. Ask the Gemara about but wait a minute. Once these animals are shechted, everybody agrees that they are pushed off, they're rejected, usnan. You have a case where you have a confusion. You have a bunch of oilers, and one of them is balmum, and you can't bring them on the mizbeach. But in Karav, in other words, he's the guy, the mechutzif, that didn't ask the Rav, and put it on the mizbeach without asking any questions. So if he did it after the fact, in Karav Roy Shalechomem, you can do kol rashim. Then you could continue. In other words, you see that a balchai that's dead, Rebbe Lezer holds that there's no dichoy. You could continue and you could. It's not pushed off. It's not rejected. So if you remember real quickly, on Yom Kippur we bring 2 goats. One goat you shecht and you bring the blood inside the heichal. The other goat you push off a cliff. It's called la'azazel. Now the pasuk says, "Basar sher Allah hagoyer la'azazel yom adchai." In other words, the pasuk is telling me that when I do the zrika of the blood, I need that the azazel should be alive. So what happened over here was that after I shechted this goat to throw its blood, the azazel died without me throwing it off the cliff. So what happens to the blood? You have blood in a cup. I did a shchita, I did kabbalah, and now the blood is sitting in the cup. Oh, it's nitcha. The azazel dies, so now I can't do zrika. The pasuk says I can't do zrika, yom chai. So it's nitcha. So what does the Rebbe Eliezer say? Go bring another goat, and it will be it's pardo shalom aleichem. How you doing? Another goat, and now I'm good to go. Wait a minute. I had 20 minutes in between until I found the goat. 20 minutes that this blood was puzzled. So Rebbe Eliezer holds there's no dichoy. There's no rejection. So over here also, he holds there's no rejection, but it has nothing to do with Rava's Shita. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.